If people zone out 10 minutes into your presentation, even though your content is fantastic, you're probably making the same mistake that I used to make, which is asking AI to do the thinking for you. And AI can do a lot of things. It can help with a lot of things, but it cannot read your mind. And I think it's good to remember that. So let me show you the steps that I took to prepare for my LinkedIn strategy workshop that I gave 2 weeks ago, and how I used AI to support me rather than replacing my thinking, which is too easy to do nowadays, honestly. Side note, I shared the workshop slides on LinkedIn and the post went pretty viral. You can see over 6,000 comments and 1,600 likes, almost 300,000 impressions as well. So people found this very, very valuable, and I also got feedback on the slides like this. I love the work that you're doing. I have read the first pages. Brilliant. You are my must-have when I can afford you. Well, it's always something I love to hear. Thank you so much. I love the pitch deck. Very relatable. Mentioned most of my fears. I hit the nail on the head with common challenges. It was great, made all the sense in the world. This is the feedback I want to get after giving a workshop, that I understood people, that I got their challenges and that they feel seen and like they can take action. So moving on to my process for this. Here's what most people would do when they need to give a workshop or a presentation on a topic. Hi ChatGPT, I need to give a workshop on personal branding. Can you help me with the structure? And let's see what it says. So what ChatGPT gave me here, even though it knows me quite well because I use it a lot, is a pretty generic structure and not a lot of examples, not very engaging presentation. So for my personal branding workshop, I tried something different. Instead of asking AI for the structure, I went to my coaching call and old workshop transcripts. I have them in Notion, of course, and I pulled up every single one-on-one consultation, workshop, Q&A, and podcast interview I gave. I asked Notion AI to analyze the transcripts and note down the pains, the challenges, and the questions that people actually came to me for and that we actually discussed in the consultation calls. So I had all of the first-hand experience and context that I needed to actually make this presentation very, very valuable. Other than that, I also have a newsletter survey. For anyone joining my newsletter, they can also choose to fill out a form to let me know what they're struggling with, who they are, and I got a lot of responses here. Some of them also relating to personal branding and LinkedIn. So I also took a look at some of these answers from the survey and what things are standing in people's way and how I can help with that. Another resource I use to help me structure the presentation is a guide that I already wrote before. So I wrote this LinkedIn guide describing the exact LinkedIn strategy that I follow and that I teach my clients. And it has, a very, very clear structure from the foundation to, the content pillars and the funnel, marketing funnel. So to sum up, the foundation of this workshop was questions people actually asked me in my one-on-one calls and consultations, challenges founders and marketers are actually facing that they came to me for, any survey responses and details that they shared, my LinkedIn guide I used for the structure, and I added some interactive elements, some context, and more examples to actually make this presentation more engaging and valuable. Once I had my structure, I moved to Pitch to actually create my slides. And Pitch is amazing. It has so many different templates that can help you create a very sleek, good-looking slide deck, even if you're not a designer, and I'm definitely not a designer. I'm not very good at design. So I chose one of the templates. I chose this one. I really like this minimal style of it. And this is what the final result looked like. So let us go over the structure very quickly. So the title slide, of course, then there are headings like this. Then I added some social proof, basically like how many followers I have, how many people I have helped before, how many leads I got, my journey with LinkedIn to show that I also started, with 600 followers. I didn't always have 30,000. It's a journey, and I've been in their shoes before. Reasons why people should even build a personal brand. Why would you even bother? Why LinkedIn as well? Then common challenges, challenges that were mentioned to me in the conversations, in the one-on-one calls, in the survey. I just listed them here. And then setting the foundations, what do you need to do before you start posting on LinkedIn? And then I taught the content funnel that I actually use to write and convert people on LinkedIn, convert leads on LinkedIn to clients. So I explained the funnel. Then I added examples of my own content for each funnel stage and how it performed. Then how to write great posts, because of course having a strategy is one thing, but actually writing those posts is another thing. So I gave some tips for that. Hooks are very important when writing posts, so I gave some hook options and showed examples of hooks as well. And then we had a little game. People had to guess the hook type. So I gave them a bit of time to actually look over the hooks and then choose the type and guess the type. And then we went over the hooks and discussed it. I showed a few more examples. I shared a template for content management to follow this system that I teach. Another challenge people face is which visuals do I add? So I added a few suggestions for easy visuals and more challenging visuals. And then also what people ask me a lot is, do I need to engage with other accounts? Do I need to comment and follow other people and connect with other people? So I gave some tips for that. And again, came back to common challenges, things people actually struggle with, and then gave a few more suggestions. Here, common questions, reply to common questions. And then people also ask me a lot, what tools do you use? What AI tools can I use? So I added a whole section on tools as well, gave a few as tips, said how people can also work with me if they need more support. And the last slide is, of course, ask me anything. And one of my favorite features of Pitch is that I can add GIFs and change them to black and white directly in Pitch. I just think it makes the slide so much more cute and wholesome and engaging. Like, for example, here as well, for ideas and content management, I had this GIF. For what makes a good hook, I had this one. I feel like this one. This one is also very cute. So yeah, this is one of my favorite features personally. But Pitch also lets you do a lot of cool things, like it lets you rewrite text, which I also used a lot. You can ask it to rewrite text, shorten text, adjust the tone of the text, proofread it if you have like a longer block of text, turn text into chart, into a table. It's also really cool. If I were to give the same workshop in German, I could also translate my slides to German. Another cool thing I can do is add an agenda slide. So let's try that. Add agenda slide. Generating agenda, preparing slide. It is filling in the slide. Amazing, and we're done. And it even hyperlinked the right slide so I can jump to the right position in the deck like this. Very, very cool. And another really cool feature that I really enjoyed is this record feature. So you can add recordings of you natively in Pitch to any slide. If you are sharing a deck maybe with your colleagues and you want to add some context, you can just add like a recording like this, and directly it will be added to the slide. So that's really, really cool. I added one to the presentation deck so you can see it here. You can play it like this. This was me from a week ago. Really, really fun. But actually the hardest part of giving a presentation or a workshop, I think for me, is just doing the thing, like sitting down, locking yourself in and actually focusing for like 3 hours, 5 hours, how much you need, and doing the slides, actually thinking for every slide, is this adding value? What is the purpose of the slide? Is this the best way to communicate this idea, or is there a better way? Are there any visuals I could add that would support this point, etc., etc.? And Pitch makes it quite easy, so I really could focus on the content and making it as valuable as possible and not, fine-tuning the padding of elements or something. Don't ask AI what to do. You know what to do. You just need to sit down and do it. Ask AI more like to analyze and help you analyze the conversations and data that you have about the topic you're teaching. Then see for yourself how you can present this data in a logical, human way based on your experience, ideally. AI should for sure help you present your expertise, but it should not replace your thinking. So we do the heavy lifting ourselves, we just use it as a tool, right? And if you want to see the workshop slides and get 50% off of Pitch Pro, if you want to try it out, plus get my free workshop prep checklist, then comment Pitch below and I'll send all of the links to you. Thank you.